All right, so April showers usually bring May flowers, but not this time in the Florida Panhandle. We've had a pretty good drought this spring with very little rain, and even local farmers in the area are getting pretty worried about their crops not getting enough water and the possibility of having an unsuccessful harvest this growing season. At least we haven't been plagued by wildfires, though, like the ones in South Georgia and other areas of Florida. Our floodplain field site has therefore been fairly dry except for a few stagnant puddles, and the adjacent Escambia River has yet to rise high enough to flood the low-lying wetlands where we conduct our research. And to give you an idea for comparison, by May of last year, the river had already flooded the wetlands 3 times since New Year's. We've had 0 flooding events thus far, so yeah, we and the frogs are very much overdue for some rain and water. But that hasn't stopped the frogs and other animals from being out. I've noticed a lot of them are looking for water wherever they can get it. Checking the frog tubes, which have a little bit of water in the bottom of them, have been lots of spiders like this guy right here, maybe a species of huntsman spider, I'm not really so sure. There's also been a few lizards chilling in the tubes, such as this 5-line skink here, and here's actually a pretty relaxed broadhead skink that I removed from a tube as well. Nice of him to let me get a video. They can be pretty difficult to tell from the 5-line skinks, by the way. You have to count the scales on their head, which means they have to cooperate long enough for you to get a good photo or video. There's also been a few gray rat snakes in our tubes, and now to be fair, this could just be the same gray rat snake going from tube to tube, and I've also wondered if this would ever happen as well, you know, like a snake or bird that figures out that our frog tubes could potentially harbor tasty frog snacks. But maybe he was just happy to find a snug place with a little bit of water. So for our night walks with guests, Jenny had the brilliant idea of putting out light-up colorful signs on the roadside for people to see as they drove in. We scored these glow stick things at the downtown Mardi Gras parade this year in Pensacola, by the way. For our night walks, we had a lot of people come on out with us. Jenny took the lead in teaching some of the measurement techniques in the parking lot before we all go out and explored the field site together. We recorded green tree frogs, which are the green ones with the white stripes along their sides, and they also make kind of a sort of honking sound. We also saw plenty of Cope's gray tree frogs as well, and these frogs are a little more on the bumpy side and typically have a mottled camouflage pattern that helps them blend in well with the trees. In fact, here is a video during the day of one that I was lucky enough to find. It's pretty amazing how they'll just be out in the open and really rely on that camouflage of theirs. And we saw many bird voice tree frogs as well. What's kind of cool are the crayfish chimneys on the ground we've been seeing. Crayfish will dig down as deep as they gotta go to hit the water table, which is sometimes 2 to 4 feet underground, and they build these towers up with mud with an access hole at the very top, which provides ventilation to their underground home. In one area that we were surveying at night, we ended up looking up in the trees on our way out and saw a pretty good sized great rat snake curled up in the canopy there in the trees. And I can't believe we actually missed it when we were all walking by the first time. And finally, we were able to get the light trap going for bugs at our field site. Jenny has been wondering what kind of insects are there, and getting a bedsheet with a blacklight pointed at it produced some really cool finds. The Luna moth was definitely the coolest, and everyone had a blast taking photos of it. And so we are super excited to see what other bugs we can find throughout the year. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this update video, and if you'd like to stay in the loop, you can follow us on social media, and we hope to see you out here in the field with us. Thank you.
All right, we got a froggy tonight. Our first one, gray tree frog. He's a big boy too.